back on a soul pop. Okay, so friends came back to me and they said, tell more about the alien encounter. Okay. Here we are, soul searching on the road, and there's a lot of cool stories to bring up, but I wanted to give a little bit more detail about the alien encounter. Okay, so there's a couple things. One is that it was astounding to finally see 0-point energy on a craft, which, you know, I knew about that a long, like, well before that, and AI as well, and plus it's already been done, AI. But okay, so you see the field, and your brain, if depending on how you've operated, it's going click, 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 putting pieces together, and a lot of summation went boink all together about what we're in and about what this process is to expand and mature, so that we can actually become part of a galactic society. It'd be startling to know that there's aliens amongst us now. They're not all benevolent, okay? They're not all malevolent. There are many that are benevolent, and they've been here for a long time. We've been sharing space. Some need a frequency adjuster so they can participate, and some don't. Some look just like you and I. Yeah. You can tell probably about the things that they talk about, and also they're not really quick to talk. No, they're listening, observing, waiting. If there's probably something of substantial information to be delivered, they do it. So that brings me to the third pop, which was when I looked back the third time up the crest line. You know, now that I think about it, it might be like, I said 50 miles, but the crest line's huge. It could be about 100 miles. It's about 100 miles, but it was so huge, it looked like 50 miles, okay? I mean, I'm talking Los Angeles size. Just sitting there. I don't know what's going on, like how nobody down in the San Bernardino Valley did not see it. You had to be at a right angle. I guess if you were looking up at the mountains from the beaches, all you would see would be clouds and sky. So yeah, camo. So all right. So I look at it, and then on the third time it says Pleadian, and when it made the telepathic kinesis connection, yeah, when it made that connection, my mind went a whole nother level of kind of what the download I received in '92 might mean, and then and even that was still getting cleared up until more recently. Okay. Which I'm glad I actually chose a different path in the creation point, by the way. The download included signs, not actualities, and I had to remember that along the way. So, but okay, so now you're connecting, and your third eye is really going wah 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 wah, and your intuitive body and your empathic body is receiving messaging based on that, and it's processing a lot. Okay. I wanted to add a note, because part of talking about it is also giving a tool. So one thing is to know an observation, but the other thing is to have a tool to filter through. And one of the greatest experiences that I had in that was that when I felt that exchange happen, I felt it was a benevolent energy. It was a very positive energy, and it was an energy that was it felt like it was like overlooking its part of its design, or Watchmen-y, you know, kind of vibe, but just kind. All right. Along the way, I've met other character types and archetypes that represent other types of beings, possibly. For sure, I've met 4 different races, and one in Recollect, but also in the moment I was getting, oh, this is a Arcturian. Oh, this is a this. This is a that. And I don't scrub my first instincts. One of the things that we need to come to grips with is our guts. Yeah, we need to get that gut instinct, that intuitive gut instinct, align with our awareness, so that it's like one working unit. It'll really help in the future, because you're going to end up meeting, and probably will be seeing at a social or global collective, the introduction of the handshake in public. Okay, so we want to be getting ready for that now. And so there's a lot of dumping that has to be done. That's why it's really cool to be on the initiate's path and being able to be out on the road and talking about these aspects. What it is work on self means to do some things for moving things around, clearing things up, recentering, and it usually takes a while. Multiple actual practices, not talking about it. You gotta go outside and ground. You know, you've got to walk, and you've got to allow that breathing to come in and take place. Of course, we want to start working on breathing. I'm here with you on that. Breathing is like the thing, and it's so important. Daily, you might take a notice from the time that you get up to a moment that a trigger occurs, and from that moment on, your breathing starts getting shunted, lessened, to the point where at the end of the day, you might be exhausted just from lack of oxygen and not even know it. So, it's one cool way to try out a new fasting nitro aspect. All right, that's for the festies. The festivals, I just want to go into that too, because hey, okay, yeah, out here in the rainforest, we're actually, it's dense, man, and it feels so revitalizing. Just keep that in mind on your journey, on your path. Try to remember as much as you can so that you can, when you get to your destination points, take your reflection and then be able to suck up the new now. It's another little thing to consider on the way, so that the memory kicks in, okay? The dreams, also, there's memory to uncover in the dreams, and also in lifetimes. So, all right, back to the aliens. All right, I'm going to finish on a festival note, because it's going to be part of the future discussion, getting into what happened with the build of a festival and the kind of things that, from my perception and many others, experienced. We want to get down to the nitty gritty of what was going on, and not put too much attempt of energy on bringing amplification and magnification to anything else. Okay, it's not easy. It can be a little tough, but we're gonna do it. All right, so I think that was it. Oh yeah, I want to give a shout out. Hey, Wayne Steiger, Bosto. That's for the Soul Tribe family out on Wayne Steiger's site, which I appreciate, man. You've opened up your doors so much to me to get out and to get this out and going. So we're having a good time doing it. Hope to get out and be able to meet with a lot of the influencers into my life who have really truly been a positive effort and example of the hands of Christ, which is the center channel inside every human, if you can get to it. All right? Yeah, living in it. All right. Let's swim out a little bit more and get on with preparing ourselves for future events that are going to be more meaningful to the initiate. The call to remember is simply the first step in getting us there, so that we can truly embrace the new, wonderful, pure things that are ahead of us, and shedding off that second skin, if you will. Widespread panic, baby. All right, you're with GP3 on Soul Searching. Have a great night, everybody.